Please, I know I gave out better service than that. You sure work for less. I looked at the time and said, if Bumbo don't log out, I'm going to call her internet provider and tell them to cut it off. Shut it down. Why is she still working?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Jacksonville. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Lawrence will throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's complete. It's Miller. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Agnew now to return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 41, Lawrence. There's another one complete to Shenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
6 yards left on second down. They'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A give. This is Chubb. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 12. Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Recon, 132 fighters. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
What up, though?
I'm sick for that.
Which one? That fumble? Man, that's the risk I run, because I usually get wide open every time, but them niggas don't catch the fucking ball. But man, I need you to go back and look at that first touchdown he threw, bro. My safety literally didn't move, bro. Like, this nigga was out there at the top and did not move at all. This nigga just threw the ball deep on his head. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? This nigga did not move. He was just standing there stationary, bro, just looking like this nigga had just dumbed out. Like, come on, bro. That's how I give up my first goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
Oh my God, I gotta bump into the
sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he's taken down inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Hey man, these niggas, if these Browns pick up fucking, if they niggas pick up Baker 5th year option, I'm getting the Bengals this year.
For quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football.
Only way I'm rocking with these niggas is them folks say they done with Baker and go in a different direction. They pick that man option up. I'm not running with these boys.
The Browns drive about to get started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
Oh my god, man, this game is so fucking weak. I hate this shit.
Is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
You know, despite the
like, come on, bro. He cut my lineman and cut me down too. This shit. Like, come on, bro.
One big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Oh my goodness, bro. That these folks these no love out here.
You got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
What's the bump on the side of the couch? Not paying attention to what you're doing.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught.
How is that a catch, bro?
How the Jaguars Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down
I don't
conversion.
understand this game sometimes, bro. I just
Moving the sticks and control
gotta
the
go
football.
get me some playmakers.
There's a great example right there.
Give me
Those
some
are the third
superstar
downs you need to
receivers.
convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on,
Cross
he's been
route my
awfully
head to
consistent
death.
and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. Well, the Jaguars are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways,
I this nigga running with the Patriots playbook, man.
And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
I don't see nothing but crossing routes.
Shut up. I'm trying to do something. I can't even hear these people. Be quiet.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
Oh, God.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Chenault, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Out here and try to keep the picks down, man.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple
like
of
these
first
niggas
downs,
cursed on
and
this
hopefully
game,
flip
boy. I
the
swear to
field.
God, everything that can go wrong goes wrong, bro. All the time with these.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
Oh, that's into a double team.
Oh, he just grabbed me on this one.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Jags are in great shape here.
I had lost all my players. I don't even know who to throw it to. I couldn't even see the outcome.
Fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
What is that, man?
Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Etienne once more. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
Bruh.
Second and a yard.
Hey, what's wrong with you?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now Chubb running right, pushes him over. And on this one, he'll get to the 15,
my
right at the
receivers could hold a
15-yard
block for
line.
2
Brady, you
seconds.
know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew makes for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
Please, catch the fucking ball, bro.
Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That
Man,
can be a
bro.
deflator for a football
It's so
team.
crazy,
Now it's up to
dude.
the offense to get back out on the field and pick
He's
things
gonna
up.
drop them
They're out
picks
there. We'll
against
see
you.
if they can pick those
That's the
things
shit
back
that's
up.
annoying.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Back now in Jacksonville. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw.
How was that not a pick, Ed? Come on, bruh. What is going on with you, bruh? I know my nigga catching not that bad.
They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26.
Somebody spit the line away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win.
Hello.
Right on pace for being in that range.
And
guess what? They've got a shot.
What is wrong with you? Oh, appreciate you, dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You say, man. It's cool, man. I don't need to win this game no way, bro. I need to miss the playoff. Move up in the draft. Give me a playmaker, dog. Move up and get Cooper James somehow. That's what we missing out here, man. Bryce ain't got nobody to throw the ball to.
Second and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This to the sideline and nearly.
This man here always seem to click on the right nigga. That ought to be right there.
Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 scores. He sends this one
go play.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will be positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw. He's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
There it goes.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Another tote for ETN. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
He threw a pick.
And they
Bro,
will
how
be
Trevor
set
Lawrence
up
catch
now
this
as he
man,
brings
man?
this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here.
Now, that comeback route usually be money, but shit, Denzel was all over this joint for once in his life.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had to keep them going.
Our players be cold as hell. I don't know how you need players be so fast.
You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Going up top. Oh, that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw.
I fell off that nigga at the last second. Oh my goodness. That's a good play.
Touchdown.
I'm looking in the backfield, man. I thought my boy got there, and I just stopped running.
And the Jags are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point.
Pick that off. I was there.
And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. A final shot now for Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Somehow
they put up
pulled
their goal
this
at the
shit
beginning
up.
of the season,
I had
and that
no
was to
idea.
win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that